Okay, you're listening to and watching the Fat Bidin Minuteman with me, Aizil, and I'm assuming Zan Azli.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right.
This week, within a minute, we're gonna explain what is a Statutory Declaration, or more popularly known as SD.
Cut. Okay. So here's the deal.
Okay, in 1 minute or less, we're gonna explain to you what a Statutory Declaration is.
Which reminds me, I need to have the timer with me.
Yes. I'm sure you've heard what a Statutory Declaration is in the past few weeks, couple of weeks.
Actually, years lah.
Years lah. Okay. We made waves since like 2009.
Yes.
Yeah. So what it actually is, we're gonna explain it
Right now.
in a minute.
And the time starts now.
Okay, a statutory declaration is a written statement declaring a certain thing is true. Basically, that's about it. A written statement that declares a certain thing is true.
You don't have to prove that it's true. You just have to write it in a statutory declaration form, right? It has to be pertaining to the details of the person signing it or something the person witnessed. You don't have to prove it. You just have to write it down in the statutory declaration.
Actually, you can be brought to court to prove it, but like
but since you're already signing it,
it's covered by a law. It's called the Statutory Declaration Act 1960. It makes people lying in SDs punishable by the Penal Code, which considers this as using false evidence, which depending on how it was used, can be punishable either up to 3 years or up to 7 years, both liable to a fine.
oh, that means it's real punishment lah.
That's real punishment.
Real punishment.
And but technically SDs are more popularly used for like
To declare income.
if you're like a freelancer.
Oh, okay, that's it. 1 minute.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty much everything we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Because like aside from like declaring income, or like say you lost some documents, or if like
So you sign an SD lah.
or like say if you want to buy a house, and it's supposed to be only made available for people
First time house owners.
Yeah, first time homeowners. You sign a statutory declaration to declare like
This is going to be your first home. You don't
never
own any property before this.
Never owned.
So that is what statutory SDs are for lah. How it's used to unseat Menteri Besar.
Don't know lah. You don't know how that works.
Yeah, but
because technically there's only like two ways to
unseat a Menteri
Besar. Either you
through the palace.
Well, the go-to one should be
a vote of no confidence.
A vote of no confidence
by the state assembly. Yeah.
The other one is to go through, like you said, to go through the palace lah, where like if the palace is with like within reason, like this Menteri Besar has like lost the plot.
Yeah.
Gone senile or something. I don't know.
But let me ask you one thing. Instead of having SDs, can we swear on the Quran?
Oh yeah, that was a thing also.
Yeah. If we swear on the Quran also, we can probably unseat people.
Yeah, true. But that one no court lah. The court you have to wait until end of days lah.
No appeal lah. The appeal process quite long lah.
The appeal process quite long lah. By then no more planet already lah. But yeah, so how it's being used in this Menteri Besar unseatings is basically instead of voting like, hey, I have no confidence in this Menteri Besar,
they sign saying that I have no confidence.
Yeah, so they go to these assemblymen one by one asking like, hey, do you well, I assume this is how they go about it lah. Hey, do you support this Menteri Besar?
WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group. Everybody who don't support say I. Then it's like,
and then somebody,
there's a WhatsApp signature.
One of the WhatsApp participants actually muted it for a year. Then he forgot to check.
Yeah, I support. No, so the thing is, it's weird because This isn't the first time. We're actually kind of referring to the unseating of.
Khalid Ibrahim as well. We're talking about Mukris
We're
lah.
currently speaking about
Mukris Mahathir in Kedah.
Yeah, Mukris Mahathir in Kedah.
But it has happened before.
He actually the statutory declaration actually didn't really do much lah.
Because he just resigned lah.
He resigned after the palace took it within their own hands to go like, hey, meet one by one, this assemblyman, saying like, hey, do you support? Because like this statutory declaration is causing so much problems.
Why don't you just resign?
No, this statutory declaration is causing so much problems. Rather than like because you're not gonna get together yourselves, we force you all to come here and admit to us like whether you support or not. Then Mukris decided like, okay lah, the palace told me actually I don't have the support, I will resign lah.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I don't know whether the palace actually even gave him directive like resign or like you are gone.
He just did it lah, out of his own free will.
It seems like it lah.
Now what about Khalid Ibrahim? Was the SD used to unseat Khalid Ibrahim in Selangor?
That was weird also because there was a statutory declaration.
This happened a year ago?
2014, 1.5 years ago, I guess. Where like was a statutory declaration in support for Wan Aziza.
But then Wan Aziza did not become the Menteri Besar.
Yeah. So this statutory declaration thing seems, well, a lot of people refer to it as a backdoor way of doing things lah, because it doesn't really prove anything. Like you can just, for all you know, right? Okay, this one was Zaid Ibrahim actually wrote an article on his blog, a post on his blog about this statutory declaration, saying he made a very good point. Like you can just take this fellas to court, okay? Because they could have signed the statutory
under
declaration
duress,
under many different for different reasons, and if you cross-examine them in court,
you find out lah.
you can actually find out like, and then like we said, it's punishable by.
So Mukris could file a suit in court lah.
I don't know the specifics lah.
You're not a lawyer.
No, I only check like online.
That's good enough.
Well, like credible sources like
Zaid
the
Ibrahim.
Attorney General's chambers, okay, and the Malaysian bar.
Oh yeah.
So I would assume those are correct.
Okay.
I'm sure they signed an SD before they posted it up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much everything you need to know about statutory declaration.
Hey, if you like what you hear, please share this video and this podcast, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
And please follow us on all our social media platforms. Handle is @FatBidin, right? Fat Bidin.
Yeah. So you've been watching and you've been listening to and watching the Fat Bidin Minuteman with me, Aizil, and I'm assuming Zan Azli.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.